And the president of El Salvador says he is not going to return a mistakenly deported man to the U.S. Nayib Bukele made the comments in the Oval Office yesterday. The Supreme Court ordered the Trump administration last week to facilitate the return of Kilmar Abrego Garcia. The government admitted in court papers that his deportation was an administrative error. Let's bring in CBS News Chief White House correspondent Nancy Cordes now. She's following this for us this morning. Nancy, good morning to you. I know that you spoke to Homeland Security Advisor Stephen Miller yesterday about Kilmar Abrego Garcia's case. What did he tell you?
What he said, Errol, is that the White House does not plan to make any new efforts to try to bring Abrego Garcia back to this country. In his view, he said the Supreme Court order last week that the White House facilitate Abrego Garcia's return means simply that if Abrego Garcia were to be returned to the U.S., they would have to help out with that, not that they need to seek his return. And he went even further, saying even if this man were to be sent back to the United States, they would simply turn around and deport him again. So there's really no point in pursuing this any further. Take a listen to what he had to say.
Once someone's out of our country, that becomes the problem of their host country, not our country. These people chose to invade us. So there's a lot of concern from the corporate media about the invaders, but they chose to invade us. It's our responsibility to return them back to where they came from or another country willing to take them.
Abrego Garcia, just as a reminder, is a sheet metal worker. He lives in Maryland. He initially came to this country from El Salvador. He is married to an American wife. The administration says that he is a member of the MS-13 gang and a human trafficker, but they have not provided evidence to indicate that. Errol?
And Nancy, the president also spoke about just the concept of sending criminals to foreign prisons. So how is the administration looking into doing this?
Right. So Trump said he's had such great success sending several hundred migrants to the Secot prison in El Salvador that he's now thinking about sending American criminals or homegrown criminals, as he put it, to El Salvador as well. Yesterday, there in the Oval Office, he told President Bukele, hey, I think you should build more prisons so I can send more of our violent homegrown criminals. He said that he recognizes that this may not be exactly legal, so he has directed his Attorney General, Pam Bondi, who is also sitting there, to look into it. Legal scholars say he is probably right that it isn't legal, and they say it would likely run afoul of the 8th Amendment to the Constitution, which prohibits cruel and unusual punishments. You can imagine that American prisoners, even if they've committed a crime, they are afforded certain rights here in prison in the U.S. that they might not get if they were imprisoned overseas. Errol.
All right, Nancy Cordes at the White House. Thank you, Nancy.